Hello, welcome to Co-Creating the Cosmos. On this week's Astroluna Tarot, we are going to look at the Leo new moon total solar eclipse happening on August 12th, 2026 at 1:36 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the totality of the eclipse is going to be happening going through Northern Europe. So here in the United States, we'll experience some of it, but it's going to get dark like in Northern Europe, I believe. One of my friends from Scotland said, it's happening here. So there you have it. Also, I've heard it's going to be going over Greenland. So we might see places that are in the totality in the news over the next few weeks. So Leo is where we have our talent for kind of being in the middle of it all, right? Being the star, being the being dramatic. What area of your chart, if you look at your chart, do you have this kind of, where do you stand out, right? Where do you shine? That's Leo. Leo likes to shine. Leo likes to be in the middle of it all. Leo needs to act things out or experience melodrama in life. When we have an eclipse, that means that right now the nodes, the lunar nodes, have moved into Leo and Aquarius. Leo is in the South Node right now, which means an aspect of the collective and of our personal selves that we are releasing. So maybe it's a part of ourselves that requires attention, like too much attention maybe. Or maybe it's the fear, like we could take it, be like the fear of criticism perhaps, or maybe the fear of not having enough or not being seen. These things might be leaving, right? So we're moving from this self-centered space to a more community-oriented, collective-oriented energy, which is Aquarius. What aspect of yourself that is naturally charismatic and just has ease, right? Kind of, there's like an ease in the world. Can you bring into your community? Can you bring into the collective to help the collective, right? This is going to be the theme for like the next 18 months, right? The nodes are going to be Leo South Node, Aquarius North Node from now until January 2028. So we're going to start having eclipses that are always going to be in Leo and Aquarius. We have one more in Pisces in a couple of weeks, and then we are moving into this Leo Aquarius energy. We have a lot of energy right now in Leo. We have Jupiter in Leo. So I've talked about this in past videos where it's like we're expanding our personal sovereignty. Like, where can we have, this is like, where can you have fun being yourself? unabashedly being yourself and allowing that selfhood, that creativity, where can that creativity, that fun, that joy at being alive, that joy at sharing stories, where can you bring that into? You're so grounded in yourself that you're not afraid of being overlooked, that you like that there's no doubt that you are important as a person who's part of a collective, who's part of our culture. And if the culture isn't working, what can you do to help bring about change? We're seeing a lot of that right now because we also have Pluto in Aquarius, and Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for like almost the next 2 decades, right? So Pluto is showing the people the cracks in our power structures, and we're starting to, people are starting to rise up. People are speaking up. People are, becoming more engaged with what's going on in our political systems, in our power structures. It's like, it's the time of the people. It's the time of the people. And I think with all of this, I think that this timing with Jupiter in Leo and then Leo also in the South Node, we get to experience what it is that what aspects of self do we need to let go of so that we can be more effective in the culture, and also what aspects of self are just easy and lucky, and how can we incorporate that into our culture. If you want to kind of get an idea of the energy of Leo in the South Node, Aquarius in the North Node, you might want to think back to the past. Think back to from December 19th, 2007 to August 21st, 2009. We had the same configuration. It happens about every, a little 18 and a half, 19 years. May 23rd, 1989 to November 18th, 1990. Go back a little further, November 3rd, 1970 to April 27th, 1972. There is so much going on. If I like with the planets, I'm just trying to focus on the Leo and Aquarius aspects because, and just Leo and Aquarius and the moon. I have like all the other planets written out as well there, but I want to try to focus on the moon and the nodes, right? With this video. If you are an Aquarius or Leo sun, moon, rising, or if you know that your nodes are in Aquarius and Leo, this is going to be a time of significant change. Like, I have a friend who has a Leo rising at 20 degrees. And then I think they're also Aquarius. I won't get into all. I'm just like, wow, this person's going to have a lot of change this year. And probably beginning with this cycle. With this new moon that's happening on August 12th. Now, what else did I want to say? I always like to quote some. I like to quote me some Caroline W. Casey, and I'm going to read what she says about the Leo moon. Okay. My tradition enlivens the community through dramatic and ritualistic celebrations that bring the culture's mythology to life and revitalize its connection to the cosmos. I preside over all expressive performing arts, dance, theater, and the circus. Okay. I love that. How, I mean, art, creativity, drama, theater. I mean, right now, holy crap, the Odyssey just came out and people are flipping out all over the place regarding the Odyssey. But right there, that could be a very, that's an ancient story. That's Jupiter in Leo. That's the moon in Leo. That's like storytelling, something that has shaped our civilization, our culture. And it's just like, oh, perfect timing that it's come out right now. I want to read one more thing from Caroline Casey. Caroline W. Casey, the North Node in Aquarius, says constellate the community, be a leader, be fully aware of what other people think. Your mission lies in projects that require a team. The South Node in Leo warns you not to concentrate on personal self-expression or the private melodrama of innumerable affairs, or you will lose yourself. So, self-expression that becomes part of the culture, that becomes something bigger in the community, is what we're looking at. Not to take yourself too serious. I don't want to say too seriously or like too preciously. Just get out there. Yeah, like that. All right. So there's all kinds of stuff going on with the rest of the planets. So it's a very active time. I'd say I encourage you to plant seeds right now, to plant seeds tomorrow after 1:36 p.m. Eastern for this Leo new moon, this Leo eclipse. Oof. I mean, we have, oh my God. Yeah, I'm just going to leave. We have like all kinds of amazing things happening on with Venus and Uranus and, yeah. And Pluto. Lots of change energy. Venus is in, I'm just going to say something about Venus right now. Venus is in Libra. Venus loves being in Libra. Venus is about beauty and love. And so let your intentions, your seeds be beautiful. And understand that Gemini is in this mix as well. I mean, Uranus and Gemini is in this mix, trining Venus, trining Pluto. Trining Pluto? Yes, trining Pluto. They're all trining Libra. Venus, Uranus, and Pluto are trining. So there's a change that's happening easily. So change moves more easily. The eclipse brings sudden change as well. So we have Pluto with deep transformation. We have the eclipses. The South Node eclipse ends things, lets things go. It's easier if you allow yourself, if you can identify, let go of fears. Anger, let it transform into like something beautiful? Can this be beautiful? Show me the highest of this, you know, show me the highest energy that, you know, this fear can be bringing about, this anger can be bringing about. How can you transmute, like acknowledge it, but then how can you transmute it into something beautiful? The seeds we plant now, you'll start to see them expand over the next month. And then in the end of September, early October, Jupiter will be going over 20 degrees Leo. So we're going to see an echo. And it's going to be an expansive echo because Jupiter expands things, of this time. While we're in the dark of the moon and while we're in the dark of the sun, the eclipse, solar eclipse, is going to be a darkness of the sun. We're going into darkness, so we're like seeding mystery. We're going to come out of the eclipse seeing things differently. There will be a shift of perception, or allow there to be a shift of perception, you know? Yeah, allow a shift of perception. Maybe part of this Leo letting go is this tendency toward narcissism. That just came to me. Okay. Let's see what's happening. I'm gonna, pick a card or a few to look at the energy of this Leo new moon solar eclipse at 20 degrees Leo, happening on August 12th, 2026. What cards want to jump out? What is the energy? What is the general energy going to be besides the energies that I spoke of? Put another little layer, something, some way of maybe having a creative look at the energy of this Leo solar eclipse. Okay. First card that came out was the High Priestess. So she is a lunar energy, and she came up, I think, last moon as well. The full moon, I think. So there is mystery. I think that she's perfect for new moon energy. This is an energy of asking deeper questions and kind of reaching into a pool of knowledge that you can only receive once you've actually taken action, once you have done some work. And the work doesn't have to be like it can be the decision to meditate. It can be the decision to pay attention to the lunar cycles. It can be the decision to ask for guidance and then listen and then act on the guidance. The High Priestess doesn't give answers in a straightforward way. Like, I think I said, the only way to know how to live is to live, right? Something like that. The answers are not straightforward, they're intuitive. The moon is connected to our bodies. Our bodies are made mostly of water. The moon directs the tides. This high priestess, her robe becomes like water. She has the ocean behind her, behind this veil of pomegranates, which is also fertile. Like it's fertility, right? Our intuition is ripe with knowledge, with creativity. It's not like brain knowledge, it's intuitive knowledge. It's something deeper. We need to get out of the way. We need to get out of the way of our minds so that we can go deeper to the knowledge that the high priestess has to offer. This is a big week. This is a major arcana card. Means that it's a significant time. And then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. What is beautiful? Again, like I said, notice, ask about beauty, right? This person is in this beautiful garden surrounded by their riches, wearing velvet. They have a falcon. The falcon's eyes are covered. It's wearing a hood. Birds represent ideas and intuition, and this person's kind of reined it in, though it's upside down. So to me, again, it's showing that it's our intuition that's going to lead us to, to our groundedness in the physical world. It's going to lead to something like a lush, oh my gosh, like whatever it is that you define as wealth. If you are healthy and you have and are able to, pay all your life's way, right? That's you're doing pretty well, right? So how can you take your life's experience, the wealth of your experience and intuition, and bring that into the physical realm? And how can you let your life experience, whatever your life's experience has been, what is beautiful about it? How can you turn that into something beautiful? How can you make it gold? This is a garden, right? They're in a garden. So if you have any shit, how does that turn into gold? You grow things, right? Shit can become the most amazing fertile soil. It's true. Let's see. And we're on a journey. I just wanted to look and see what was at the bottom of the deck. So, moving from this sort of rocky water, troubled water, to a more stable place. We're on a journey. Yeah. So it's a balance between intuition and action this week. It's a balance between intuition and acting on your decisions with the intention of those decisions being for the highest good and toward beauty. And I'm not talking like pretty beauty. I'm talking like beauty. Like what makes you want to live. That kind of beauty. Platonian beauty. That which makes you want to live. That's what we're moving toward. Okay? Have an amazing week. I am pretty stoked. If you'd like to get a reading with me, go to holly-troy.com/tarot and you can book a reading with me. If you are any of my friends who are Aquarius or Leo, reach out to me. I have some ideas about some things that I don't know, might be happening. Yeah, and I'm pretty stoked because I'm Aquarius North Node and Leo South Node. So I've been going through transformation for the last several years. And I'm starting to finally feel like myself. Like I'm right now, I'm not in my house. My home is under renovation. So I've been traveling from place to place and doing work in all these different cities and towns for like since April. So I don't know when the house is going to be done, but here I am. I'm okay. Anyway, I hope that you're okay too. Have a beautiful week. Peace.